Live from Studio A, WTLK, The Thunder.
All right, I'll try to make this quicker because I'm hungry right now, and it's really, I'm very surprised because after last night, I didn't think I'd ever be hungry again because I had so much chili at the Super Bowl party. Seriously, like it was kind of not keeping me up at night, but I was waking up quite a bit, and it didn't feel all that great. It wasn't bad, wasn't painful, but why did I have that much chili? Because the Super Bowl happened last night. The Chiefs won 31-20 over the 49ers because for the second time ever, once we enter a fourth quarter in a Super Bowl, Kyle Shanahan's just like, hey, running the ball's really stupid, and my defense has unlimited stamina, so let's go. That was not the case. So it's actually kind of further than you might think because 31-20, but actually they just decided to just go ahead and give it to Damian Williams to just run another score instead of running out the clock. But hey, that's just how the sports ball hit ball goes sometimes. Wow. But also, let's talk about some commercials. There are other shows to discuss that Mr. Peanut funeral baby peanut controversy on other shows, but here we're just going to be like, hashtag Team Baby Yoda. But yeah, some big game spots for some Marvel going on. Kind of for DC. Wonder Woman was trying to stop Charlie Day from doing laundry or something. I don't really know. But there wasn't anything for Birds of Prey because that comes out this Thursday night, baby! Yes. I've already got my ticket for the 6:30 IMAX. I'm so excited. So yeah, you'll be hearing probably a lot about that next Monday. But other big game spots there was one for Fast 9, the 9th Fast and Furious movie, because there was a trailer that came out on the 31st, which was Friday. And yeah, of course, lots of the usual bonkers Fast and Furious action and a couple reveals, including spoiler alert in 3, 2, 1. John Cena's character is the brother of Dominic and Mia. His name's Jacob Toretto, I guess. Or maybe he changed his last name because he hates the Toretto name for whatever reason. But yeah, so that's a thing. And also, at the very end, Han showed up. And this isn't flashback Fast and Furious. This is present day Fast and Furious 2. It's not like when we'd had 3 movies after Tokyo Drift that took place before Tokyo Drift. This is present day, and Han's alive. What? I mean, but at this point, it wouldn't surprise me if he was Han come back from the past, or Han in a parallel dimension, some sort of multiverse thing. None of that would surprise me at all, honestly. But we'll see what happens when Fast 9 comes out May 22nd. There was also a little Black Widow big game spot with more Taskmaster, more Red Guardian, more Yelena. And yeah, looking forward to it. And then, of course, about how long was it after that? Maybe an hour after that? Marvel dropped a second banger, not with Eternals, but with commercial opening up with the Captain America shield stuck in a tree, and then Sam Wilson pulling it out and tossing it, I guess, as his sort of practice, and Bucky sort of trying to empty his clip into Baron Zemo. Oof. But if you thought that was whoa, we already have a trailer for Falcon and Winter Soldier, you would be correct, and you would be mistaken at the same time. Because right after that, we had Well, it was all the same ad, but right after that we had the first footage from WandaVision, baby! And yeah, that is definitely like a sort of weird, mind-bendy, fuckety sitcom. Like 50s-ish sitcom. And there was even a glimpse of Wanda in her traditional Scarlet Witch garb, which I was just like, oh my goodness. I mean, I was already in the middle of marking out already because it was WandaVision footage, and if you thought that was it, you'd be wrong, because then we got a little tiny snippet of footage of Tom Hiddleston as Loki in the Disney Plus show Loki, which should be coming out next spring, I believe it's scheduled to be. So yeah, that was pretty much the best stuff. And yeah, can't wait. So anyways, football happened, commercials happened, Chili really happened. But what happened last Monday on Raw? Well, Drew McIntyre started out by coming out to the ring and challenging Brock Lesnar for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania. So he is his champion of choice. And he made short work of the best tag team in the world, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson from the OC. And then Brock came out and hit Drew with an F5. So now we're on for WrestleMania, Drew McIntyre versus Brock Lesnar for the WWE Championship. Or are we? Because apparently tonight on Raw, Ricochet, Seth Rollins, and Bobby Lashley will be competing in a triple threat for the opportunity to challenge Brock Lesnar at Super Showdown on February 27th. Yeah, it's a Saudi Arabia show. Already, I mean, that's already tells you how bad it is, but because also Seth Rollins doesn't really have much luck there, considering he lost the Universal title to The Fiend on the last Saudi show. So we shall see. And then, oh yeah, this next match includes somebody who I'm ashamed to say I forgot to give a mention to when I was talking about the Royal Rumble, but Rey Mysterio defeated a returning MVP who hadn't been on Raw or the WWE in about 10 years. And yeah, and I say I'm ashamed that I missed this when I was talking about the Rumble, because one of the surprise entrants was MVP coming out, and he was in total actual Black Panther gear. Or actually, I guess since it was like black and gold, I guess it's more technically Killmonger gear, but still awesome. So then Monday night, Montel Vontavious Porter came out again as sort of his last ride, I guess. And he just wanted to do one more match just to help put over his friend Rey Mysterio. And this time MVP came out in a sort of zip-up vest thingy that had a red Punisher skull on it. Very badass. But Rey got the win, and MVP, I guess, is pretty much going on to the sunset. But, as Edge is showing, never say never. And then Raw Tag Team Champions Seth Rollins and Buddy Murphy end up defeating Kevin Owens and Samoa Joe. Humberto Carrillo defeated Andrade via disqualification, or I guess really just no contest. I don't know, same thing. Because Zelina Vega interfered and, got the whole count out. So Andrade just went nuts and actually hammerlock DDT'd Andrade onto the concrete floor, just like Andrade did to him and tried to do to Rey Mysterio. And yeah, Humberto got a little insane. This is also because Andrade is now suspended for 30 days for violating the wellness policy, and it could be a drug thing. It could be it doesn't have to be like marijuana or cocaine or whatever. It could just be, you ended up switching prescription drugs without telling the WWE, and so it'll show up on a test, and they're like, wait a second, you're not supposed to have this. And then, boom, suspended. And then Charlotte came out afterwards, and she said, I haven't decided yet who I'm going to face for WrestleMania. And then Asuka came out, and they had a match which ended in no contest. And then because Kairi Sane broke up the figure 8 lock on Asuka with the insane elbow. So yeah, 2 no contests in a row. That's fun. And then we finally have Liv Morgan versus Lana 1-on-1. And no Lashley, no Rusev. And Liv got the victory, finally. But Lana and Liv are set to have a rematch tonight on Raw, and this time Lashley and Rusev are not banned from ringside, so we'll see what that's going to go on tonight. And the main event was Edge addressing the WWE Universe, and then Randy Orton came out and they had a really nice moment, and then, it's a rated RKO reunion, and then because he is the Viper, Orton RKO'd Edge. Something everybody was so afraid was going to happen during the Rumble, but Randy was just like, nah. And then he hit Edge with a concerto, which means Edge's head was on a steel chair, and Randy took another steel chair and whacked him. Like concerto. And it was to attack the surgically repaired neck of his old friend. But, Edge got carted out, and Randy Orton will be on Raw, starting off to explain his actions. And Edge is at home with his family, and he should be back next Monday on Raw as a response. Then on NXT, we had Finn Balor defeating Trent Seven after they had a little confrontation of Tyler Bate separating Finn and Gargano before TakeOver Portland. And then Dominic Dijakovic defeated Damian Priest. And this is beginning / sort of kind of continuing the feud to see who will be number 1 contender for NXT North American Championship. And then Adam Cole and Tommaso Ciampa signed a contract to face each other for the NXT Championship at TakeOver Portland after Ciampa pretty much whacked all of his other Undisputed Era mates right outside the stage with a, baseball bat. It looked like a metal baseball bat. Then next we finally had the feud that we've been waiting for like 2 months now since TakeOver War Games. Tegan Nox versus Dakota Kai, and Tegan won by while the ref was distracted, pretty much whacked Dakota with her knee brace like Dakota's done with her so many times before, and then pretty much hit her with the shiniest wizard, got the 1, 2, 3, and William Regal wasn't very happy about it, but he was very unapologetic, or Tegan was very unapologetic about it. So they'll face each other in a street fight at TakeOver Portland. Fuck yes. And then in the main event, Matt Riddle and Pete Dunne, the Broserweights, defeated the grizzled young veterans to win the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. So they won that nice little trophy, and they will also get a NXT Tag Team Championship opportunity at TakeOver Portland. And then, so starting off on Smackdown, or now it's called Super Smackdown, because I guess, the pay-per-view this month is Super Showdown. The Bloodline, which is Roman Reigns and the Usos, facing against Corbin's Court of King Corbin, Dolph Ziggler, and Robert Roode. And at the beginning of the show, they announced the stipulation will be the loser has to eat the bowl full of dog food. Yeah. So, of course, skipping ahead to the main event, the Roman and the Usos defeated Corbin, and Corbin tried to get away, but instead they chained him up to the corner, just like Corbin's court did to Roman a month or so ago, and they pretty much just poured the dog food all over him. It was nasty as fuck. Then The Miz and John Morrison defeated Heavy Machinery, The Revival, and the Lucha House Party to earn a Smackdown Tag Team title match against The New Day at WWE Super Showdown. Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross defeated Mandy Rose, who has a date with Otis on Valentine's Day, and Sonya Deville, Fire and Desire, and that could quite possibly earn them a women's tag team title opportunity down the line somewhere. So, ooh, Bliss Cross Applesauce need to get it back, because I don't think anybody else is, because Boss and Hug Connection's too busy with defending the SmackDown the SmackDown Women's Championship. And yeah, apparently the Divas of Doom just reunite for the big shows. And yeah, really the women's tag team titles or the women's tag team division is now basically just Kabuki Warriors, Bliss and Cross, and Fire and Desire, because yeah, it's not Becky and Charlotte anymore, and the Iconics are nowhere to be found right now over on Raw. So yeah, small division. And Braun Strowman defeated Shinsuke Nakamura to win the Intercontinental Championship, which is Braun's first singles title in the WWE. He's already won like 50 million tag team titles since he's been here, and now this is his first one. And he's gone for the Universal Championship multiple times, but was not quite able to lock it down because it was during Brock's, like, I don't know, 8th Universal title reign, and it was pretty much Roman's time to be chasing after it constantly. It's a thing. And then Sheamus defeated Shorty G again in the rematch of the kickoff show of the Royal Rumble. And then Bayley came out and was talking about how, oh yeah, she beat everybody. And then Naomi came out. Naomi, who returned for the first time since, I believe the summertime for the Royal Rumble. She's now back on SmackDown, which isn't too surprising because her husband, Jimmy Uso's already been back on SmackDown. So, yeah. I mean, apparently SmackDown agrees with that family pretty much. So Naomi came out and she's like, you ain't ever beat me. So, yeah. Looking forward to Bayley feeling all that glow. And, of course, the main event is Bloodline, dog food. You know what it is. So anyway, this has been WTLK The Thunder. Drink, fight, and make your ancestors proud. Oh. Me and Dan should be recording sometime this week with Beth and Kavika. And also February 1st was Kavika's birthday. And so, happy days are ahead for Thunder Talk. Yahoo!